Now you mentioned rehab a little while ago, and you confirmed that you went to rehab through a joke.
Right, yeah.
Is there anything that's off limits in comedy when it comes to stuff like that?
No, not at all. That's one of the beauties of comedy. It's like music too. You could just heal through pain and stuff. And like, it's really sad and depressing to go to rehab, but like if you could get a little crackle or a little joke out of it, then like it's less painful. You know what I mean? Like the stay there maybe wasn't as bad, if that makes sense.
The last episode of SNL, I think it was with Eddie Murphy. The last one I saw.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said it. You said on that episode,
Yeah.
I'm going to rehab now.
Yeah, I subliminally kind of said it because I figured it would get out so I just tried to like cover my own ass, just to be like, I got ahead of you, page 6.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that though. Like if you know you need some assistance every now and then, what's the problem?
I'll be back. Like I just go like, I have to get my meds readjusted all the time because I have like in between bipolar and borderline and like PTSD and shit from my childhood. So like, you know, I have to go and get readjusted every once in a while. So like, I don't think going to rehab is that big of a deal. I think it's like a really strong, powerful thing. And some of the most beautiful, cool people you ever meet are there.
Oh, I think that's the misconception, right? Some people think when you check into rehab, it's always for drugs.
Yeah.
But it's not always for drugs.
It's not always for drugs. I mean, do I do drugs? Absolutely. But I'm not like fucking falling over myself and all that shit. I just have like, some people are sad. Some people gotta work and figure their stuff out. And the beautiful thing about rehab is like it gets you sober so they can figure out what the problem is. Like some people can smoke weed and drink when they get out. It's like, it's just you have to be sober for a certain amount of time so they can diagnose you properly. You know what I mean?
Have you been sober long enough for them to diagnose you properly?
Yeah, I went to 2 places because like one place got out a little bit and I didn't want to like, you know, disturb the people there. So we went to another place and we got like 2.5, 3 weeks of full sobriety and that was cool. And they readjusted my shit and I've been feeling great.
How do you know when it's time to go get help? Like, okay, I'm doing too much.
Usually when I start like cutting or like when shit gets like when it just gets a little insurmountable or like people are like, hey, my friends will tell me now. We're at a point where like people will come over and be like, hey, you gotta we're all fucking pissed and terrified. So not pissed, but like we're all like worried, so you should go. I got a good group around me where they give a fuck.
What does cutting look like?
I cut my chest. That's why I started getting tats on my chest, is to like cover them. It's just like a release. It's just something that like it's if you can't get a tattoo or like if you can't, it's never in like any like spot that's like serious. It's just like whenever you're so manic and upset. Sometimes that's like the only thing that would work for me. But now you go to rehab, you learn like, oh, you could like take a cold shower, you could work out, you could listen to music really loud, you could read this excerpt, you could go on the Calm app, you can call a friend, you could wait 5 minutes. There's just, you know, so much shit you learn that is like eked into your brain if you get to do some of that stuff. So like, you know, that's how I've been taking care of